Hey everyone, how's it going? Blue Rise here. Today we're covering Laxi. She's a character you get after being chapter 11 and Dragalia's Lost. Honestly, just a little opinions before we get into it is I felt like they shouldn't have called them androids. I don't know if Shadowverse and Grand Blue have android races. I feel like the word android just really doesn't belong. I feel like marionettes, something like that would have been way better. And even in the Japanese dub, they say Manio or something like that. I don't know, maybe it's just a localization thing and they decided to call them androids for localization, but I just don't like it in particular. And then I'm also giving real Nier vibes. I've been recently playing Nier Automata. I finally got to it. If you've never played it, check it out. But I don't know, something about her reminds me of 2B, the silver hair, the short haircut, the little black frilly dress. I don't know, something about it. Even the katana too. It's a bit weird. Maybe they're inspired. Regardless, let's get into the spotlight. So she's a flame attack blade unit. Her core ability is strength up 3% at the lowest, 10% at the max. Really not that spectacular, to be honest. So her core ability, I don't know, maybe they should have gave her a unique one. I feel like she should have had a unique core ability. Then we move over to her first skill, which is code 07 combustion slash. This one's just a 4-hit attack of flame damage. And then let's move over to her second skill because it actually affects the first one, which is code 04 limit breaker. So when she activates this skill, she goes into limiters released mode. Her strength goes up from 10 to 15% at the highest, which I feel like it should have been way higher because the demerit is she loses health every 2.9 seconds, which they should have just made 3 seconds. I don't know what this obsession is with 0.9 seconds. I understand when you stack them, you're going to lose barely any time, but I mean, you'll lose time in general, but whatever, it's 3 seconds in my mind. And so when this skill is activated, her combustion slash does 8 hits instead of 4 hits while she's in this mode. If you want to turn limiters release off, just use the skill again. So not too hard to understand. This has been the trend for a while now, where the second skill really affects the first skill. In this case, the first skill doing double the amount of hits. Then we move over to our passive skills, which is emergency repair, sleep resistance, and system overload. I want to talk about system overload first, which is strength up by 20% and defense down by 50%. That's a huge demerit when HP is 30% or lower. I can't really get behind it if maybe there was a drastic increase of strength up, because we can put to the fact that you can use code breaker and then you can use system overload, and that's a 30 to 35% increase. I feel like if anything, system overload should have been a 40% increase. But it's understandable since system overload happens whenever her health hits under 30%. It's not a one-time thing. Unlike her other skill, emergency repairs, which removes buffs, debuffs, and adds HP regeneration that can recover up to 60 to 75% of her health over a span of 5 seconds. But the catch to it is she'll be immobile for 5 seconds. And this is only when her health hits under 30% one time. I mean, it's a neat self-heal, but I don't stand 100% behind it. I understand its purpose. I can understand the gimmick, you know, she's an android. So overall, my opinions are, I'm not really for her. I like everything about her aesthetic. I like androids. I like the doll look. I like how she looks in general. But emergency repair just seems like a wasted skill. Why couldn't it be a 30, maybe even 40% like repair and then paralyzation? The remove buff and stuff like that, it really just means when you're in that pinch and maybe you're doing fine the whole mission, whole quest, and then she finally gets down to that point of 30%, everything is gone, all her buffs, everything. And maybe it was about time for the break. Now she's back to 0 and she can't move either. I mean, if you have a good healer, emergency repair is pretty much a skill that won't even be used. The same with system overload. Both of these require her to be at a low health limit, but it just doesn't work too well, especially when you have a bunch of worm prints that are like keep 70% health or more, or keep full health or more for the effect to actually go into effect. So I don't see her fitting in many teams unless it's a team that's solely meant to go to the brink. But even then, I don't see much of a place when it's such a huge risk. Now, this is just me personally. My playstyle is I don't like to hit even 50% health. It's just not a thing I like to do. I like to have healers on deck who will always be able to heal me consistently. I like HP regeneration all the time. Even if my character's at full health, I want HP regeneration on them just in case they get even hit. Like, I don't know, her passive skills seem kind of, in my opinion, they don't work very well. They're kind of pointless. Code 04 can easily be helped if you have a healer. She won't even be losing health if you have someone with HP regen. So at least you'll be able to use code 7 at its max potential if you have such a thing. But all in all, she just seems like a novelty, unfortunately. I am hoping we get to see more of this character, maybe other versions of her, maybe even the Gala unit. Oh, way down the line, of course. But since she is like a story gained character, I would like to see a Gala unit of her. I would like to just see her in general more often, and hopefully that's the case. I don't know how many people have reached chapter 11. I can't say she's 100% worth reaching it. She's an interesting one, but not the best. So honestly, what would I expect for Worm Prince? Maybe something to increase her strength, since she already has that 20% and then the 10%. Maybe increase her strength, maybe critical, but that's really it. Other than that, I'm going to end it here. Hoping to see more of her. I know I'm personally not going to put her in mini teams. Maybe if I just want to play around a bit. Please tell me if I was wrong about something. Am I right about something? What do you guys think about her? Did you even reach chapter 11? Of course, you can answer questions in the eye icon at the top. And you can check out my Dragalia Spotlight videos. I'm going to maybe redo some of them because I feel like they weren't good enough. I like doing these one character ones too. It's just easier to put out. And don't forget to check out the channel too. So I'll definitely see you guys next time. Peace out.